BossFit Live. Today's workout is going to focus on lower body with some hamstrings included, as well as abs. Now, if you haven't gotten out there and done your cardio, please go ahead and do that. But hey, we are going to get started lifting here in just a moment. But next time, definitely get in that 10 to 15 minutes of cardio beforehand just to get those muscles warmed up. I went out and did a quick jog just outside, which, by the way, it is finally spring and summer. So exciting. I didn't even have to wear a sweatshirt. All right, well, without further ado, let's get started. We are going to start by stretching out a little bit. So I'm going to grab this small 3-pound dumbbell and just do a little bit of stretching before we jump into the heavy lifting. So take that, stretch out, rise to the ceiling here, go from side to side. I love doing this before every workout. Just gets you feeling a little bit loose and flexible. You're up and down a little bit. A twist from side to side to work that back. Just a couple. Move it on up. I'll do a couple of arm swings here. About 3 on each side. And since we are focused on lower body, that's going to be it for that upper body stretching. We'll do a little bit of quad stretch here. I like to bend over or hinge at the hips here just to get a little bit more of a stretch and even work on that balance. Kick it out a little bit. Oops, see, I'm going to work on my balance a bit. Yeah. Make sure you look behind you. Make sure there's nothing there that you can kick. We switch over to the other side. Kick that one out. I'll do a couple hip rotations, just a few on each side. I think that was about 4. Let's do a couple of squats, maybe about 5 or so. All right, stretch it out a little bit with those high knees. All right, and my favorite, that hamstring stretch. I'm gonna put the legs out a little bit wide, bend down here, put the weight down, and just reach down as far as I can. I love the feeling that you get in this stretch. Then go over to the sides. And then put your arms together, hold your elbows, and swing from side to side. All right, we are all warmed up. So first exercise that I'm going to do is a deadlift with a focus on the hamstrings. I am going to use a barbell because I have the equipment available, but you could just as easily use a couple of dumbbells as well. It's the exact same thing. It's just a different piece of equipment. And I am going to start with the bar to get a little warm up. Probably going to aim for about 20, but we'll see what happens. Get from behind here. And I'm going to get my grip about shoulder width apart. Get in a good stance. And if you've got a mirror, put that in front of you so you can watch your form. Okay, now here we're going to bend at the hips, push the hips back, and keep the knees pretty straight to get that hamstring stretch. Yeah, just like that. Keep the back straight. And really focus on stretching out those hamstrings. And don't forget to breathe. About 8. And again, this is easy. We're going to go to 20, get that warm up, and then we're going to add some weight. when I'm counting or when I'm talking, I usually lose a little bit of count. So we're going to do about 20. I think we're at about 13. Again, with those dumbbells, you're doing basically the exact same thing. 18, 19, and 20. All right, now before we add that weight, we are going to do a quick superset. So if you have a resistance band that is a full circle, just like this, and then grab some wedges if you have them. If not, totally fine to just do normally. But these are going to help you focus on those hamstrings if you put the higher part in front of you. So these are hinges with the band, and it's a little complicated, so watch as I put this band on. So we're going to put it behind our back, and then step on one side. Make sure it's in the middle of your foot. Step on the wedge, and then put the other one in there. And then hold on here, and we're going to do a hinge, and again, we're going to go for 20. Yeah. So similar position as when we had the weight, but now we're using the resistance of the band. It's a constant tension. Ten. 15, 5 more. And 20. All right. Band didn't even snap. We got lucky. Now go ahead and move that out of the way. We're going to get back to our deadlifts. Also, don't forget to keep some water nearby. I'd love to take a couple of swigs between each set. Take a breather. I can usually get through 2 of these in a workout, which is great because the shaker cup is 25 ounces. So by the end of your workout, you're at 50 ounces already. You're almost halfway to a gallon for the day. Now I am going to add 10-pound plates to the barbell so we can continue on with our deadlifts. If you're using dumbbells, go ahead and move up in weight if you feel comfortable, or you can stay at what you got, whatever works for you. And I think that's the best part of working out. Just know your body. Everybody is different, so whatever works for you is good for that moment. All right, we got those 10-pounders on, and we are going to go again. We're going to aim for about 20 again, maybe 15. We'll see how it goes. Haven't done this in a bit. All right, lift up. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, that definitely feels good. Keeping that back straight. Making sure you feel those hamstrings stretch. That's 10. Yeah, we're going to go for 20. Make sure you do slow and controlled movements. It's about quality, not quantity. I think we're almost there. 18, 19, and 20. Last one. So again, we are going to superset with the band and wedges. Grab those again. Set them up about shoulder width apart. All right, get that band, put it behind your shoulders, and step in with one foot, getting that in the middle of the shoe, and stepping over to the other side. Hold on and hinge. We're at 5, we're gonna go for 20 again. $11. Keep that breathing going. You don't want to pass out. $15. 17. Couple more. And last one. Whew. Yeah, we are getting lucky. A lot of times when I do this, it'll snap down my back. Probably just jinx myself though. It'll happen on the last set. All right, we got those 10s on. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a little trick. I'm not gonna go up too high today. I'm gonna keep it a little light, but I'm gonna pull out my ankle weights and add just about 5 pounds on each side. Something you can do if you don't have a lot of plates. I just have the 10s, 25s, and 45s. So this just helps add a little bit of weight. Super simple, strap it on. And you got about 10 more pounds. All right, and again, don't forget that water. I love cold water, and if you do, this shaker cup is awesome. It is insulated, keeps water cold, ice in there for hours. All right, we're going into our third set. So we're gonna do probably about 20 of these again. Then we're gonna do the superset with the hinges, and then next, we're gonna get out our exercise ball, which we got over there, and then we're gonna do some hamstring curls and crunches, supersetting those. So if you got one of those, get that out. Or if you have any sliders or anything, or even a towel, we'll show you how to do that as well. Deep breath. All right. And here we go. Hope you're feeling it in those hamstrings. Now, I'm always usually sore after a hamstring workout. About 5. $10. We are halfway there. $14. $18. You got this. $19. And 20. Now I'm going to take the barbell and the weights and roll them out of the way so we can have room for the next exercises. All right, let's get that last superset. To make sure they're even, so I don't have one foot too far in front of the other. All right, let's see if this band snaps on us. Right behind the shoulders. Step into it. One foot down. And step over with the other foot. Here we go. Let's go for 20. Oh, snapping on my back already. Yep. Called it. We're at 5. Ten. Keep going. 16. And 20. We are done with the first exercise, crew. You can throw all this off to the side. We will not be using it again. And grab that water. Let's take a quick break before we move on to the hamstring curls. We're going to do a couple variation of hamstring curls as well. We're going to do the stability ball. Then we are actually going to get together our resistance band, use an anchor we've got right here, and then lay down on a mat as well. All right, get ready. Let's grab that ball. Got my trusty blue ball here. Had it for a few years. And if you're looking for anything that I have here, most of it I've gotten off of Amazon. Head to BossFitBritt.com/mygear. I've got links to it all. Okay, let's get this started. So if you've never done these before, it takes a little bit to get used to. You've got to have some good balance, so keep on trying. You'll master it in no time. So we're going to lay down and hold on to the ball with your heels. And you have to get it into a right position where you are able to go, a little bit forward. But we're going to lift up our glutes. And see here, I can tell that I'm already too close, so I need to move my feet back a little bit. So it's almost like maybe like at 2 o'clock if you're looking at the side of the ball. So we're going to lift up our glutes and then push those feet forward and then pull back. And we're going to go for about 12 here. See, easy as that. So once you get your balance, you're going to be good. Keep those glutes up. Core holding strong. About 8. You definitely feel that stretch. 9. 10. Might be able to go a little more at the first try here. 11. 12. Yeah, we're going to aim for 15. 13. 14. And 15. Hold that last one. Whew. Lower down. And then here's the superset. Roll the ball towards you. Put your legs on top. And we're going to do crunches. Let's do about 20 or so. About 5. And really focus on that crunch. 10. About 15. 18. 19. And 20. I'm going to hold that last one. Phew. All right, first set done. Grab that water if you got it nearby. See, I'm sure you all mastered it already. Those are easy. Whew. All right, quick break. Don't usually go for more than 30 seconds or so between a set, but if you're really out of breath, you might have to. Again, whatever works for you and your body. Okay, let's get back to it. Do our next set. We're going to do exactly the same thing. So if you haven't mastered, here is your chance to do it again. And here we're going to aim for 12. Getting our feet in that correct position. Lift up the glutes and pull back for that hamstring. Five. Feeling pretty good. 8. 9. 11. 12. Do at least one more. 13. Another. Let's go. Hey, you know what? We're going to go to 15. Yeah. We never miss a goal. Set a reasonable goal. Hit it. Go farther. That is how we make it happen. And let's turn to those crunches. Let's go for 20 again. Make sure your back is flat so you really get those abs going. And 10, halfway there. $16. And last one. Go ahead and hold it. Phew. Whew. All right, guys. Almost there. And once again, water break. Quick one there. And let's go for that last set. Whew. Definitely feeling it on those hamstrings. A little stretch. Whew. All right. You know it's working. Let's get into position. All right, once you're there, I'll lift up those glutes. Gonna aim for 12 again. See if we can go past it. We're at 5. Oh yeah, really feeling it. 8. Feeling that stretch. 10, 11, 12. And one more. Ooh. Okay, let's get those abs in. Again, back close to the ground. You should not be able to put your hand under your back. And let's go for 20 again. 5, 10, 14, 17, 18, 19, and 20, and hold it. All right, team, we are over halfway through the workout today. We are done with the exercise ball, so throw that off to the side. And let's grab that water before we move on to the next one. Ready for the last exercise? We are going to pull out our mat. I got a blue mat, just like the blue ball. As you can tell, favorite colors are green and blue. We're gonna roll it out here. And I have an anchor right here on my rack. And I have a little kind of nub, I guess like you call it, that I'm gonna hook my resistance bands to. And I get this from the Pilates bar kit, which is so versatile. You're gonna see it in a lot of our live workouts. But if you don't have a rack, you can just throw it under a door. It's that simple. And I have the 40-pound resistance bands from that Pilates bar kit. And I'm just gonna hook them in. Just like that. Easy. And then to attach to my legs, got these 2 ankle cuffs. And they Velcro onto your ankles. And you're gonna wanna make sure that you've got the hooks in the front, because we're gonna lay down on our stomach and then do the hamstring curls that way. So I'm gonna attach one to each leg. Nice and tight, not too tight. You don't wanna be uncomfortable, but you don't want them to slide off either. All right, I'm gonna pull the mat out just a little bit here. Okay, then we're gonna stand back here and attach the bands to our cuffs. All right, and then here's where you're gonna have to experiment, because of course, the farther away that you get, the harder it is, or the closer, the easier it is. So again, what works for you? And we're gonna go for 20 here as well. And I am going to kind of be in this distance, feels about right, but we'll see. All right, yeah, that's about right. So just like if you were using a leg curl machine, one of those at the gym where you're laying flat on, you're doing the exact same movement. You're just using the bands. Like to hold at the top for about a second each time. And keep that tension on. You don't have to go all the way back. About 8. 10. Ooh, these are tough already. But we're going for 20. We can do this. about 15. 18. Keep going. You can do it. Last one. And hold it there. Whew. And that is how you do a resistance band hamstring curl. So now I'm going to detach, and we're going to do another superset with abs. We're going to do one of my favorite moves, and that is the alternating toe touch crunch. And we're going to add some weight to it as well. If you have dumbbells, go ahead and grab a 10-pounder or whatever you have, whatever feels good. We're going to lay down on our mat. Make sure I'm not hitting anything. All right, legs forward. And then we're going to hold on to the dumbbell here. And we're going to alternate those legs coming up. And you're going to crunch up a little bit from the front here. And there we go. Let's alternate. We're going to go for 20 in total. We're at about 10. It's actually a pretty good superset to do because you're stretching out the hamstring a little bit too. I think we're at about 19 and 20. Okay, and that will finish that set. Throw that dumbbell off to the side. And as always, we're going to grab a little bit of water before we move on to that next set. And as you can see, you keep the ankle cuffs on. Don't bother you with the other exercises and saves you time in between sets. I'm almost down to the one here. Let's get back to work. We're almost done with this exercise, guys. You're going to feel so proud when you're done. That's what I love about the morning workouts. I always feel refreshed and ready to go and power through my day. Oops, and I am sitting the wrong way. We need to attach those resistance bands. So we're going to do the same thing. We are going to aim for 20. I know we can push through it. High reps today, if you haven't noticed. Doing a bit of toning. All right, get yourself in a position. And you can stay up on your forearms here if you'd like, or go down like this. This is just what feels best for me and most comfortable, but whatever works for you. You're really focused on the hamstrings anyway. All right, let's go. We're at 5. Don't forget your breathing. 10. 16. Almost there, guys. 18. 19. We're going to hold on that last one. 20. Yeah. Unhook yourself. All right, and we are going to do those toe touch crunches. So grab that dumbbell again. Still doing the alternating toe touch crunch. Let's start. 5. 13. We're halfway there, guys. 19 and 20. All right, team, one more set to go, and we are finished for the day. You are ahead of probably 99% of people getting their workout in before 6 a.m. And if there's anything you'd like to see during these live workouts, let me know. Throw it in the comments, throw it in the chat. Unfortunately, we're here to work, so, or fortunately, right? So I'm not gonna be checking the chat throughout the workout, sometimes in between sets, but I will definitely take a look at it later and respond back over the next day or so if anyone has any questions. You can always email me to BossFitBritt@gmail.com. All right, let's go for it. Let's get this last one in. Hook yourself back in, and we will finish up these hamstrings. Oops. And get in your preferred position. Let's hit it. 20 again. Five. 10, almost there. A few more to go. 15. 18. We're gonna hold that last one. Here we go. 20. Yeah. Congratulations, crew. We made it through hamstrings with a splash of abs as well. Thank you so much for joining. And if you're watching the replay, drop something in the comments. Let us know you're here. And once again, if you want to prepare for next time, grab some gear, BossFitBritt.com/mygear to find all my Amazon finds. And again, any questions, BossFitBritt@gmail.com. But hope to see you again. We're going to do these live workouts at least once per week. So have a great day, everyone. Boss up, kick ass, and make it happen.